are now tuned in to Live on Broadway podcast, the #1 relationship podcast in the world. So spicy. Money coming, money going.
Mike. Greetings and salutations to you all. Greetings and salutations to you all. Welcome back to another episode of Live on Broadway podcast. Greetings to the Giants, greetings to everybody tapped in with us. Live on Broadway podcast should now commence. Okay. With so much drama in the NYC, it's kind of hard being BW and we. What's happening? Greetings and salutations to you all. Shout out to the Giants. Beautiful weekend. Let's start this podcast off the right way, man. Welcome back to another episode of Live on Broadway podcast, where the situations matter more than the relationships. Perspectives will be respected by everybody. You get me? If this is your first time tapping in with LOBP, we ask that everybody acclimate themselves to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, you name it, iHeartMedia, you name it. Tap in with us on YouTube, Broadway the Giant, Live on Broadway podcast, as well as so many other platforms. Just plug it into your plug-and-play situation, and we are candidly show right on up. Tonight's going to be an interesting conversation because, well, we're talking about a few different things, and I asked that before we get into this topic, right, that we try to look at it from an objective point of view and not a personal one, because there's a lot of things going on, and I want to handle this one with ease, but I also want you guys to be very blunt and say how you guys feel. You get me? Before we get into all of that, though, you know, how was everybody's weekend? Temp check. Laundry, how was your weekend, Queen?
It was good, very quiet.
Very good, very quiet. Okay. Angel, how was your weekend, Queen?
It was a good weekend. Did a lot as far as with the kids getting stuff for Father's Day. So it was a relaxing weekend. Got out a little bit. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Love that. Toya, talk to me, baby girl.
It's been a productive weekend for me. I've been trying to get some things in motion so I can accomplish a goal by the end of the month. And I'm halfway there. Well, I'm over halfway there. I'm almost at the finish line.
I know that's right. I know that's all the way right. Right? Okay. Lisi, talk to me, Queen.
So I'm feeling good. About to get myself some dinner real quick and listen in.
Yes. You know, I got to tap in with the ladies because yesterday was Father's Day. So it will only be right that I let Carlito, are you a father, beloved? We couldn't hear you, King. What you say? You sound kind of distant.
Yeah, you already know. I'm good.
Okay. So your father, happy.
Sorry about that. I'm definitely.
Okay, happy Father's Day, beloved Big Horns.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir. DWI Music. Are you a father, King? Well, I know the answer to that, beloved. Happy Father's Day, King.
Thank you, Giant. Happy Father's Day to you, too. I know you've been Father mad nigga style. Excuse my language.
Mad dudes style. Shout out. But of course, David, are you a father, King?
No, I'm not.
So you're not a father yet, David?
To my knowledge.
Not to your knowledge. Okay. So are you fathering anybody style? Anybody out here trying to be like you, beloved?
Nah, I don't think so. But I had a great weekend though. To bring it back to the initial question, I did a lot. I was hanging out with some great people, and I feel like I absorbed a lot of culture and awesome information. Now it was a great weekend in New York City, Brooklyn. Stand up.
Yo, you give a person from Brooklyn a little bit of an inkling, and they're gonna go crazy. What up, though? I got my guy Aquel up here.
What's happening, brother?
What's happening? Are you a father, King?
Not yet.
Okay. Still, greetings and salutations to you, King. Because I was hanging out the side of my window, greeting all fathers. I was hanging out the sunroof. If there was a father in sight, I was on a body respectfully. I was being just like the mothers be acting up and acting bad on Mother's Day. I was doing the most on Father's Day. I was doing everything. I was stopping, cutting people off just to say Happy Father's Day because yesterday was Father's Day. And yeah, so there's that, right? So I think that in the space of being someone who does identify as a dad, someone who does think that it's very important that men, we come together, even if you're not fathers, to pull together and shout out all the fathers. I'm feeling those specs too, King. Let's show the world, man. I'm feeling those specs. Those are fire.
I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. I see you up to something. You working. With that established, I had a really good weekend. And not by way of having to do too much, but having the leisure to do less. You get me? So what I mean by that, what I'm saying is I think a lot of times we be so overwhelmed with doing the things that we don't get a chance to get a little bit of R&R. It wasn't that way for everyone, though. Some of us have had a very trying weekend. Over the weekend, Kimora Simmons, is her name still Simmons? Anyway, Kimora Simmons had some choice in Russell Simmons and that whole debacle and what happened and took place with their child. Russell celebrating 50 years of hip hop, as we all are. Shout out to hip hop. There's been some things going on. As I pre-warned the Giants, this is an educational moment for me. So I'm going to be asking questions, and my questions aren't, even though how they're going to sound, is going to be more so information-based. I'm searching for information. You get me? So we're going to play a few things, and inside of playing a few things, I want you guys to tell us what you hear, how you feel, use past references based off of who Russell Simmons is, Kimora Simmons is, so forth and so on. What up, Terica? I see you, Queen. Shout out to my YouTube community. So let's get into this Live on Broadway podcast. Let's play a thing or two. Oh, man. How we going to do this?
Very transparent in the fact that, in the sense that, again, people know me. You guys know me. Some of you have never met me. You've grown up with me. You've seen my shows. You've seen my work. You wear my clothes. Others of you know me very well. You know me personally. You know my kids. You know my exes. You know the dads. A lot of people here know both of us, and they know he's wrong. All the friends have said, this is wrong. This is crazy. We don't understand it. But they still support him. I feel like it's one of those things where he's just like a bigger than life kind of, powerhouse. And so he just kind of turns and manipulates the press and people and to believe, anything I'm very transparent in the fact that...
Hold on, because I need this to line up perfectly for you guys. Here we go.
Very transparent.
Okay. Can you get it, Wade? Why does it keep playing by itself? Okay, here we go.
I'm very transparent in the fact that, in the sense that, again, people know me. You guys know me. Some of you have never met me. You've grown up with me. You've seen my shows. You've seen my work. You wear my clothes. Others of you know me very well. You know me personally. You know my kids. You know my exes. You know the dads. A lot of people here know both of us, you know, and they know he's wrong. All the friends have said, this is wrong. This is crazy. We don't understand it. But they still support him. I feel like it's one of those things where he's just like a bigger than life kind of, you know, powerhouse. And
hit
so
the like
he just
button.
kind
Hit
of
the like
turns
button.
and manipulates the press and people and to believe, you know, anything like you. Like gaslighting, you know, like that didn't happen. I didn't do that to you. I didn't do those things to you. I didn't, you know, you're imagining things. How many countless women have said this, have been told this, I should say, or would say this to you? Myself and my 2 girls who are adults included, you know. You guys didn't just start to see my kids. We didn't just go through a divorce. We went through this divorce, I don't know, 20 years ago, 20 some odd years ago. So this is not a situation, again, you can get receipts, you can go see where they say like, oh, kids been brainwashed, but we've been fine up until these past several years. So, you know, what happened? All of a sudden now the kids are brainwashed. All of a sudden now these young women who are grown women are babies. You know, they have their own relationship with you. You have your own non-existent relationship with them. I'm just asking that you please leave us alone. You know, I've tried to go to lawyers and get help. I've tried to show all the crazy texts I've had to block. Like, you do crazy shit, like flowers to yourself and take a picture and post it on the gram and tell everybody I sent you flowers. Again, I have receipts of all of this. I have receipts from your office saying that you sent flowers to yourself without my permission. I have all of this. You guys have never seen it because it just doesn't warrant, you know, it doesn't rise to that occasion. I mind my own business. But please don't attack my children. They've been through so much. Don't attack my family, which is supposed to be your family too. Don't do that because you're at rock bottom. I don't know. Hypothetically, you're at rock bottom. You've hit the bottom. I don't know. You're grasping at straws. I don't know if this is a money grab. I don't really know what this is. I think it's probably all of the above. I have to say I think and allegedly and all these things just so I can be, you know, right in saying like my feelings and how I feel, what I think. But I met this person when I was in high school in St. Louis, Missouri. I was modeling. I was 16 years old. Like, I've known you and everybody knows. Again, that's documented. You can see. I believe I was maybe a sophomore. I know it was before junior prom and senior prom because I went to both of those proms alone with my friends when I was dating them. So it was definitely long before junior and senior prom. I think it was around sophomore year of high school. And again, everybody knows this in my life. You know, I was walking around, they see me. The point of it is I've known you a long time and I've seen lots of stuff and I just choose to not go there. Lots of things that I could say over the time. You know, I'm typically the one that he and others would call to have their back, right? I'm the one that they would call to solidify everything, to validate everything. If you always look, whenever they get into trouble, they always want to hop up on the live and do a half screen with me. Again, this was years ago because we don't speak now. But, you know, I'm always the one that kind of puts out the fire. I'm also the one that always runs to the defense of all my friends. So if you see any other women, certainly women that I've come up with, certainly women that are mothers of my other of my kids that I love, I come to their defense. So if they're down and out or something's wrong, yeah, you're always going to see Kimora, big mouth me, running up to the gate, running up to help. And you know why? It's because I feel like I'm the one that can't be bowled over. Some of these other people can be bowled over. A lot of my
now listening to
women,
Live on Broadway
you know,
podcast.
friends and other moms, they've gone through things. I've lost friends of mine. People have passed on. You know, I've been through a lot. And I've seen where women a lot of times just don't get their just due. They don't get support. They don't have anything to show for their life and their contributions because they depended on a man. I am not that. I'm one of the few. I'm one of the few. And there's a handful.
Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Tell me how you guys feel amidst this situation thus far. Live on Broadway podcast. Tell me how you guys feel based off of what you heard regarding Kimora Lee Simmons. Everybody don't speak at one time. Allison, talk to us.
Hey guys, what's going on? Happy Father's Day to all fathers. I feel like it is a very unfortunate situation. It's one of those, unfortunately, that the relationship that the mother has with the father definitely impacts and influences how the children feel.
Yeah.
Because of course, you know, you don't want your mom to suffer any type of abuse or discord. But these children are not really children. They are adults. They're young women. And unfortunately, it sets the foundation for how men could possibly treat them. So, I mean, it's really unfortunate that he's setting this example and setting this foundation. And I sincerely hope that it clears behind the scenes, because bringing this to the forefront for everybody to have judgments and opinions that could possibly influence how they move forward, it's not going to repair. It's just going to get worse with the peanut gallery. So I just hope that they are able to resolve this in private.
So wait, Allison, give us a backstory. How did this all come about, to your knowledge?
Well, to my knowledge, Russell went on a rant, and it was just extremely flagrant and disrespectful. He said some things about Kimora, and because of that, Aokilee, I believe that's the oldest daughter, she went ahead and she went live and she said some things after Kimora tried to clear it up. Mm-hmm. And because people were coming for her. What people tend to forget, because we've seen them growing up, is a particularly sensitive situation, especially when you see people grow up in the limelight, is that she's a grown woman. She can say what she wants. She has her own opinions, and she's living this. This is her reality. Not a reality show, her reality. So what happens is people don't see her as a 22-year-old or a 23-year-old. They see her as a little girl that was modeling with baby fat, with her mom and her dad and everything. But there's no unity anymore. Kimora and Russell do not speak anymore. There is definite discourse. They are on opposite ends, and Russell seemingly has a problem. I don't know if he wants his family back or if he just wants to torture Kimora, but from what I hear, she is dealing with a lot of things behind the scenes that she has not put on Front Street up until now. So now she can't take it anymore. It's almost like a cry for help. So when people tend to put out their dirty laundry, it's almost like they need people to side with them and say, hey, I've been experiencing this. Can you help me? But honestly, I don't know if it could be for the benefit or what, because, again, I just wish that they are able to deal with this behind the scenes. And I hope that Russell gets the help that he needs, because as a father, as a man, as a Black man, he is not setting the proper example for his daughters.
I thought it was the daughter that,
No, go for it.
That posted the Happy Father's Day to her mother that kind of started it. At least that's what I thought kind of spearheaded everything. But I do agree with you, Allison, that they should have kind of put all of that in private.
Yeah, that's what happened. She posted Happy Father's Day. It was not Aoki, it was me. She posted Happy Father's Day to her mother, and that sparked the whole thing. But it's so much deeper than that. Just a little back thing. Like, Kimora Lee and her last husband and him were in a business venture. It went south. From all reports, it was basically his bad, and he soured the situation. And she even alluded to it on her live that she and her ex-husband had been financially supporting him for years.
I'm seeing in the comments on Instagram that that he cut the kids off financially before they graduated from college. She said without warning, and she was left to cover expenses, etc. Does that ring a bell to any of you guys? Thank you for that. Drew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna end up getting into the clip that how you say her name, Allison, Aoki, AOI, how you say that?
Yes, Aoki.
Aoki. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna play that in a moment. But before we do, here a few things. The first question is are we sympathetic to crying women? I know it sounds far-fetched, but I wonder, men and women alike, are we sympathetic to a crying woman, regardless if she's right or wrong? Instinctively, do you feel a bit of sorrow because a woman is crying? Men, I want you to stand in front of that question first. And then, ladies, I want you to further elaborate as to how you guys feel to that. So tap in with me, guys. Are you guys sympathetic to a crying woman, regardless if she's right or wrong?
Nah, I'm not really sympathetic. I'm more empathetic. I don't really take to tears that easily. I admit that. I even tell my daughter that, like, you know, the crying thing ain't really gonna get me to respond. You know what I mean? I can't really communicate that way. So we could talk through it and, you know, we'll get right down to it. But the tears don't really affect me that much.
The tears don't really affect you that much. Okay. DW, before I get to you, DWI, David, are you sympathetic to a crying woman, regardless if she's right or wrong?
Yeah, I think I like Monsters Ball, Halle Berry, like when she was crying and shit. Like, I do. No, kidding aside. Like, I do. It's natural as a man. Like, you want to support. So I do, but it really depends on what I know about the woman, if it's genuine or not. But I think innately, yeah, I do.
Okay, DWI, how you feel, King? I'm gonna come to you next, Courtesy. D, are you sympathetic to a crying woman, regardless if she's right or wrong? He's probably away from his mic. We can't hear you if you're speaking. Courtesy, tap in with me, King. Are you sympathetic to a crying woman, regardless if she's right or wrong?
If she's right, yes. If she's wrong, no.
Okay, I feel like we should have that drop. How would you know? How would you know? Right? Because while D get his mic together, I feel as though a lot of times stories are shared. We aren't always there for all of the information sometimes, right? And because of that, this is me going, then I'll let you ladies go. Because of that, and we don't know all of the information sometimes, ladies, respectfully, if we're here to have an honest conversation, we know that sometimes you ladies leave out certain information to drive home the narrative that you're trying to paint. Right? We'll get back to the Russell Simmons thing, and I'll show you how it ties in, because it certainly does. Right? So I wonder, I personally am not sympathetic to a crying woman, period. Right or wrong, just period. I'm not sympathetic to it. Right? Because what I'm sympathetic to is when I have the whole story and I understand and can empathize about it entirely, then I'll be sympathetic to that, right? Because I have the whole picture. I get the whole piece. Sometimes women lead with the crying because men are unfortunately sympathetic to the tears, right? So I know some women know that as well. So they'll play into that because they know that they can get a better chance of, like Carlito said about his daughter. I don't respond well to the tears, right? So that's my point of view on it. Collectors, salute. Let me see if I can get collectors up here before I yield to Clubhouse and the ladies, because I want to know if you guys are sympathetic to women crying, be it right or wrong. Greetings, King.
Salute, big way.
What's happening with you, beloved? Are you sympathetic to a crying woman, be it right or wrong?
Nah, like you said, you gotta get the whole story.
Mm.
Got the whole story. Can't be, you know what I mean? Can't just say because it's a woman, you're gonna be sympathetic.
Mm.
They some of the strongest creatures on this planet. Don't sleep on them.
Yeah. I agree. I think that I'm very interested to hear what the women have to say on this. Mr. Diggum, before I get to the ladies, are you sympathetic to a crying woman? Yes or no, beloved?
What are you crying for?
What? What they crying for? It's irrelevant. If a woman is crying, are you sympathetic to a crying woman? Mr. Diggum, I'm speaking to you, King.
I guess, yeah.
You guess, yeah. Okay. All right, so we'll move the conversation along. Ladies, I'm coming to you first, Lisi. Are you sympathetic to a crying woman? You hear the question. You know the question. Okay, let's get it from Allison. Are you sympathetic to a crying woman?
No.
Oh, she said no. Lisi said no. Is there any you want to delineate further, or is just nope? I'm good.
Unfortunately, as I have learned, too many women use tears as a way out of situations. I've even heard women say it, like, "Oh, if he's yelling at you, or if he's mad at you, or if you're not, or if the conversation isn't going in your favor, just start crying, and that'll work." Like he'll stop yelling at you, or he'll just side with you. And I'm like, what? That's absurd.
Trey said they could be crying about messing up. Yeah, I'm rolling with that. I'm rolling with that. So Trey, tell us, are you sympathetic to a crying woman? Tap in. Tell us in the comments. Laundria, what's the word?
No, I'm not. I think all women can say they've been a crying woman before, and that it can be used as a manipulation tactic. It can be, it can be for you. But I believe that I just can't. I need to know, just like some of the men have said, I need to know all parts of the story before I just, conform to she's right or validate the feelings. Like, I need to know everything.
Got it. And I'm rolling. With that. Tap in with us. I am Pinky.
Hey, everybody. My answer is no. I'm definitely not sympathetic towards a crying woman. And what I'll add to what Landria just said, it is a manipulation tactic. When little girls are growing up, whether it be their father, grandfather, or brother, we learn at a very young age that men do sympathize with crying. So when you're growing up, even as a child, you use those tactics to get what you want. And when you cry, that man is going to look at you like, oh my gosh, she's hurting. Let me run to her rescue. And when from a child up into an adult, when you notice that this happens in just about all situations involving a male and a female, and men do conform to the tears of a woman, it crosses over into the adulthood.
Talk about
and
it.
Women use that inside of relationships. They use it against their parents. Yeah, so no. The crying thing just definitely doesn't work for me. I'm a mom, so I can definitely relate to that. If my children have done something wrong, they will resort to the tears. And when you know someone, especially being your child, you know that person when they're sad, mad, angry, lying, telling the truth. So I can see straight through it. So no, I don't conform to tears. It doesn't work for me.
Wow. Big energy. Tap in with us. We having a conversation amidst this whole situation with Russell Simmons, Kimora Lee Simmons, and Aoki. I think I'm saying her name right. Forgive me. And we're having a conversation because we just listened to her cry while she was making her piece. And I'm not saying she's wrong. Okay. Hold on, D. Mute up. I'm not saying she's wrong for what she's saying and her point of view. It just was very interesting to me that why do I understand the emotional side of things, right? But can a point of view get through based off of matter of facts and logic without the crying, right? I wonder if part of the crying is accompanied with, okay, I get the emotional side to it, but is part of the crying brought to you in part by, please see what I'm saying, understand me being distraught in this situation, right? So the tears and the waterworks doesn't make it more believable for me as to what she's saying. And now we're going to get into a whole conversation tonight because there's a great portion of things that I do believe that she's right inside of, right? Inside of the information that we have thus far. But the tears isn't what allowed me to arrive to that conclusion. It's what she's saying in the whole picture. So, well, the tears are for what? Because you're emotional? I'm emotional too. And I know there's other women that be emotional. It can get the point across speaking regarding the matter of facts without the tears. Hence the reason why I'm asking you guys, and Angel, I'll come to you next. Are you sympathetic to a woman crying regardless if they're right or wrong?
So I would have to say yes. I don't know. I feel like
that's an honest answer.
I'm like, for me and I cry when I'm frustrated. So I don't know. It could be a variety of things why they're crying. I know when I'm very upset, I cry. When I'm angry, it has nothing to do with being hurt. It's just a frustrating thing. So yeah,
that's real. Listen, I ain't here for my answer. I'm here for your right answer. You get what I'm saying? So thank you for that. D, you was gonna say something. You popped off your mic, King. Probably was by accident. All right, so let's go a little bit further.
Can I say?
Go for it.
Sorry, what I was gonna answer the question and simply say no, not at all. Honestly, I'm not for anybody going on social media and crying. And you know, whether it be Kimora or Tyrese, solve your problems in private, deal with it, get your feelings together. It hurts in a moment, but it doesn't solve anything. So, you know, take care of it. I don't care who you are, male or female.
Thank you for that, Allison. Shout out. That was solid. Which brings me to the next question. I get and understand that they're putting us in a group chat, right? Hence the reason why we're doing hence the reason why we have the topic we're having here tonight. But inside of that, what Allison just mentioned, crying on social media. What's happening right now? Why are you crying on social media? Why is this even being brought to social media? Because one person did this, the other person got to do the same. I'm going to play a Aoki point of view on this, the daughter, and I want you guys to tap in and let me know how you guys feel. Live on Broadway podcast. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Russell. Where we at? Right here? All right, cool. Let's get into it.
Also speak out against him without him messing up my job. No, but yet I know it's going to start more drama, but it's been years. all that money and they're crying about nothing. Russell Simmons doesn't give me any money. Smoothie. And you're saying this starts more drama, but it's been years. I've been in the drama for years since I was like 15. So yeah, maybe it feels like more drama now, but I've tried, and I just don't think it's fair that I have to be quiet. I can't say it. It's ruining my job, and I don't get to have a career because it's not fair. All he does is post crazy, out of control stuff, and we all just say like, God, like if I respond, it's gonna be worse. If I respond, it's gonna be worse.
Man. Live on Broadway podcast. Let's talk about it. I got you. I fixed it, collectors. I got you, beloved. She pretty much is saying that she was quiet. That this is the daughter of Russell Simmons and Kimora Lee Simmons. I believe the oldest or the second. I don't know where she falls in the age group. But this is their daughter. And she's pretty much saying, hey, listen, tired of being brought into this because of my job, so forth and so on. Should public disputes be handled publicly or should they be handled privately? Live on Broadway podcast. Tap in with me, collectors.
Depending on who is dealing with and what it's dealing with. If it's a public dispute that had to do, it depends. Because if you go into a dispute, like, say you get into a dispute with your wisdom out in public, and she disagree with something you said, you disagree with something she said, and you like, all right, I'm gonna cut this short. I'm gonna deal with this back at the crib. Now, you got other circumstances where you have a business. If somebody says, okay, well, Rock Nation sold 20,000 bad t-shirts, and that was false, they have to come out now publicly and say, we were false about saying this and that about Rock Nation. So I feel like it's certain things that could be dealt with in the public, regardless of where they started from. Certain things, even where it started from, because I'm like this way, we brothers. You know what I mean? If we watching two of our brothers and one of the brothers make a mistake, the other brother shouldn't check them in public. The other brother should check them behind closed doors, right?
Sure.
You believe in those ways? I believe in those kind of
Absolutely.
ways. You know what I'm saying? So I say it depends on the situation. Like,
Depends on the situation.
But family, I think family definitely should be handled out of the public. If it's anything family, out of the public. And if it's anything business, I feel like business should be definitely put in the public.
So here's my thought on that, right? I answer the question, now I give it to you. What up, though, Raina? I see you, DeMario. Shout out to the family. I think if a situation happens publicly, depending on if it's family, if it happens publicly, maybe it should happen behind the scenes. Easy off of the maybe. It should definitely happen behind the scenes, right? Just because you do something to me in public, we're family. Well, we're going to make a mockery of our family and put everybody in a group chat so somebody could do a podcast about what we talking about. I feel as though, or rather, I believe that if it's something that's business and you're making some accusations about me business-wise, so show the receipts. Let it unfold how it unraveled in public. Because we're having a conversation and you brought something to a public platform. So let's talk about it in public. Right? Don't accuse me of something business-wise that affects my livelihood and my family's livelihood. And now you want me or expect me to hide my hand publicly. But you already was executing displays of public humiliating me publicly. Right? So that's my take. Broadway the Giants take on it. Let's go to Clubhouse. Mr. Diggum, you buy your mic? Okay, DWI, you buy your mic, King? I don't know why y'all acting so shy tonight. Take your time, but hurry up. I am Pinky. How you feel?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
I'm here. What up?
All right,
Hold on, step outside.
so tap in.
Go ahead.
The question is should public disputes be handled publicly or privately?
Oh, you know how I feel about this. If you started it, we started in the street. We're gonna handle it in the street. No need for us to go back in the house and let's talk about it. Like once we outside, we outside. And I believe that normally I'm not on the wrong side of it, so I don't care about whatever comes out because now we got to show everybody what we was really talking about. I think only when you when you're embarrassed about something or when something is really like, somebody really tells something that you discreetly, didn't want everybody to know and you don't want to drag it out even more because you're trying to still keep it low. But I think if it's something where I'm on the offense and now I got to like clean it up, but still make it make sense, then I'm keeping it outside.
So
I'm just like that.
So is that a blanket statement or does it differ from business to family? Because you said keep it outside. You said hey,
all right,
it happened
family,
outside.
All right, so
go for it.
Yeah, so family. If I'm not gonna put other people's business out there, so I'm not gonna what's that word I'm looking for? I'm not gonna invite other people's business into the conversation. If it contains somebody else, but only me and the other person know about it, then I'll keep that part. I'll keep that between us.
But
if it's my business, oh yeah, we're gonna talk about it because it's me we talking about now.
And that's business or personal. Cochran. I mean, business and
business
personal.
Or personal, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All business never personal, but all business is actually still personal because it still affects me. You can't really separate the two when you're an entrepreneur. You can separate business when you work for somebody else. You can go home and clock out, but when it's you got to defend yourself just like that the same way.
Okay. Tap in with us. We're having a conversation. Russell Simmons, Kimora Lee, Aoki. We're having a conversation about it. I yield to you guys. Angel, Carlito, Longria, Benoit, tap in with us. Mr. Diggum, Allison. Should public disputes be handled publicly?
Normally, I feel like if it is being brought to the public or it's being brought out on social media, that's because one of the two feel like they're not being heard. So you resort to social media because you want to be heard. But from my perspective, if you take it to social media, then I'm still not going to hear you. Like, I have no interest in taking private matters to social media or entertaining it if you bring it on social media, because that's just not what I'm about. Like, you want it to be heard. Everybody else can hear you, but I'm mute to it. I'm tone deaf to the whole conversation. So that's just not how I handle people, and that's not how I choose to handle situations. I believe if it has been going on for years and years and years, there's a manner in how they should have handled it, and this just wasn't it.
This wasn't it. Wake that up. Wake that up. Dave, how you feel about it, King?
Yeah, I agree. I think certain things should be left in private. So can you repeat the question, bro, one more time so I just process it and think about it?
Sure. Should public disputes be handled publicly? Privately, excuse me. Should public disputes be handled privately?
It really depends. Like DWI was saying, when it's a reputation thing. So if somebody calls you out, let's say it's a group email for work and it's CC, there's like 10 people in it, and someone's attacking your work ethic or something like that, I think you should handle that. You should respond, that way everybody sees your perspective and what actually went down, because you can't let somebody else control a narrative on you and what you actually are bringing to the table, what you're doing, your work ethic and things like that. So in things like that, I think it's good to defend your honor publicly the way it was done, right? So yeah. Now with the family aspect, I think someone mentioned that. that creates a different element because it's private. You want to protect your loved ones. You want to protect your daughter. Even your ex-wife, your the child's mother. You want to protect their honor as well. So that's I don't know, slippery slope or a thin line. If it was me, I protect my family at all costs. So I would try to handle that in-house and private.
Got it. I appreciate that, David.
What's the question?
Should public disputes be handled privately? Things that happen and erupt in public. Your wife, God forbid your kid, God forbid your wife, somebody, close friend, say something about you. Should you retaliate publicly like they started or brought it to the public platform? Or should you handle it privately?
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm a ignorant motherfucker. So
please watch the profanity. Please watch the profanity.
Excuse me. My apologies. I'm very ignorant when it comes to certain things. So if you want to go that route, then let's go that route. I'm a fight fire with fire. I don't care. That's the way you want to go. That's the way you're gonna go. That's how you're gonna play. It could be family. It could be whomever. That's how you want to play it. That's how you're gonna play it.
That's how we're gonna play it. That's how we're gonna play it. Okay. Greetings and salutations to you, Cass. We're having a conversation tonight about Russell Simmons, about Kimora Lee Simmons, about their daughter and that whole thing as it's unfolding. We're only gonna we're gonna reach a certain ceiling of this conversation. Then we're gonna be watching it and probably revisit it another time. But I want to know, by way of you, Cass, are you, if a situation erupts publicly between you and family, co-workers, or whatever the situation is if it erupts publicly, meaning being taken to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever it is, do you handle that situation publicly or privately?
I'm a private person, so I don't really express too much on social media besides what I want social media to know.
Sure.
So for me, I would not probably respond to what somebody might post about me.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably most likely call them directly.
Handle it privately then.
Right. Get down to the bottom of it privately, because anybody can hide behind social media.
I'm picking up what you're putting down, right? Because the thing to that is it becomes probably more easy to deal with when it's private.
Right.
Then because
anybody dealing with
I think harder to deal with when it's private. I think easy to deal with when it's public. Because when it's private, me and you both know what's up. On through social networks, you can play around. You got things to think about, to say. You can make. You know what I mean, when you face to face with a person, or you talking directly on the jack with a person, or technology days FaceTime with a person, and you and that person, both you and them know what's up.
So go ahead, Cass. My back.
So for me, I would handle it privately, but like to say what he was saying, a lot of times people just want to showboat. Social media thugs, this, that, and the third. I'm not that. I'm not gonna sub you. I'm not gonna, even though I'm not a confrontational person, but I would deal with it on that level. Like, okay, well, what's up? Like, what's the deal? Because I don't hold my tongue for nobody.
Sure.
So for me, I would definitely handle it in private, because if we had an issue, obviously I could call you on the phone about it.
You see, so here's my take on that. Again, if it's family, then I think it could be handled privately. If it's something money regards business wise, and you bring something to a social platform, now you're putting my livelihood at jeopardy and at risk. I'm flaming you publicly. Leave me alone.
Right.
Just leave me alone, because I ain't got a few. I got a few things that's not right, and I start getting like Ashley Banks from Fresh Prince and things start getting a little bit, I got a little twitch with me, and it's not always right. You get what I'm saying? So leave me alone. I just please ask to be left alone, because it makes it safer for everybody. Because I'm not like D. Once you put me out there, I'm telling everything. Once I feel like I got it all, I'm not saving nobody. If Angel was brought in it for a millisecond, I'm telling Angel business. I'm clearing it all. Leave me alone. I'm telling everybody T. So just leave me alone. That's why I say it's better to handle things privately. Don't put my stuff out there on social media, because I'll tell everybody stuff. I'm like a lawyer, scatterguard. Everybody getting flamed. I'm telling where D was at. I'm telling how many sugars Lisi put in her coffee. I'm telling Allison. I'm telling about her 6th toe. I'm telling Carlito how many situations he got going on. I'm telling everybody stuff. Just leave Broadway alone. Because once I get into my bag, nobody is safe. Listen, nobody is safe. Just leave me alone. Leave me out of it. Call my phone. Y'all know my number. 470-652 whoop-de-woo-woo-woo. Leave me alone. Call my line. Somebody was saying something. Hey, Amanda, how you doing, girl?
Exactly,
Hey,
bro.
Broadway.
Exactly. Like if you got my line and you could come get with me in person, we could hash it out. To do that, but if the first thing you do is jump on social media because you want a show, I'm gonna give you a show, and next time you're gonna know not to play around, because and then on top of that, I'm gonna come see you personally after I deal with you publicly. I'm gonna come see you personally, and the same energy I gave you publicly is the same energy you gonna get in person. So don't play with me.
I'm just saying.
Leave me be. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. A lot of people use that as a manipulation tactic. They know you're not going to play with them going on social media. So then they don't go on social media and ruin your name and put your name out there, business out there. You want to play? Let's play.
Correct.
Simple.
Correct.
And then the next person will know, oh, nah, they don't play that. I'm going to call his phone. I ain't going to say nothing on no public platform because you don't come me sideways. Well.
Thank you for that, Digum. I'm coming to you, Amanda, right now. My thing is just it's just better to leave well enough alone. Don't go to social media, stay off social media, and definitely don't be on social media crying, because you look crazy crying on social media. So I yield to my mic to Amanda. We're having a conversation. Russell Simmons, the whole debacle was going on with Kimora Simmons. The question I'll ask you is a new one. If you're friends with your ex, is it guaranteed for you to eventually, if you're friends with your ex, is your ex guaranteed to become your enemy amidst your new relationship? Amanda, to that you say what?
No. Hasn't happened to me. I mean, I've stayed pretty amicable where they're just not in my life. So there isn't any kind of animosity, but I might be different, but no.
So you cool with being friends with your ex? You don't think that, like, nothing could happen there? Did you ever see anything happen by way of people maintaining relationships with their ex?
So I think if you maintain a friendship, like let's say a close friendship, then that can start encroaching on your new relationship. So at the same regard, like I'm not besties with my exes. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Okay, guys, have at it. Tap in with me. If you're friends with your ex, is your ex guaranteed to become an enemy amid your new relationship? Go ahead, Cash. You look like you got it. Look, you want to go. You reach it back to... Go ahead, Cash.
No, my son, he said yeah.
Oh, he said yeah? Shout out to baby boy.
He's good. He's 5. He's talking about something,
Yeah, right? You gonna
right. For me, it depends on circumstances, situations. Like, I know boundaries.
Okay.
So, like his father and me, we're friends, but we're cordial. It's respect. But to like go hang out with somebody, like that's just doing too much. I'm not doing it.
You're not doing
because
it.
I'm not doing it because when I hold on, Dylan, when I get into a relationship, now it courses over.
Sure.
So he might feel some type of way, like that's your ex. You know, you guys are too close. He might feel like insecure about the situation, and I would not want to put my spouse in that situation.
In that situation. Got it.
Yeah, it's limitations to that.
Got it. Got it. I'm rolling. I see what you're saying. Clubhouse, Instagram, give me a few seconds because we want and need Clubhouse so you guys can hear Clubhouse. Watch on this device is I need to put it on the charger. So just stay right there. Just be about 5 seconds. So look, Clubhouse, how you guys feel? If you're friends with your ex, is your ex guaranteed to become an enemy amid your new relationship?
I say yes.
That's it? That's all you got? You say yes?
I mean, I say yes, and the reason why I say yes is because there is a very big chance that they're probably going to be jealous of the relationship. So it's very likely that they're not going to want to maintain whatever cordial relationship that you have.
Okay. Lisi, where you at, Queen? Lisi not by her mic. Okay. Oh, there she go.
I'm here. I mean, I think you actually have to establish if this is an actual friendship or if you're just holding on to somebody for later on down the line. Because I know a lot of people who will do that. They're like, oh, I'm going to just put this person in my back pocket, while I go and experience this relationship. That ain't cool. Exactly, a placeholder. That ain't cool. Don't do that. So if we're actually friends, which means I'm not looking at you romantically anymore, then, that's not a problem. But if you're a placeholder, hell yeah, that's a problem.
That's a problem. If you're a placeholder. I am Pinky. You have some wisdom to drop on us earlier, Queen. We listening. Don't keep it to yourself. Share that wealth.
When it comes to relationships and exes being around, I just simply feel the person is the ex for a reason. If it didn't work, you go your separate ways. There's no reason to bring, commotion or confusion into your now relationship. It's just not worth it. Normally when exes stick around and they put we're friends, there's some type of lingered feelings still there. Nobody wants to be around someone they're no longer with. So for that person to still be around, it could be something there. But, there's always a flip side to it. I've actually found myself in a situation like that in a past relationship where the guy that I was with, his ex was getting married. And she invited not just him, but she also invited me to her wedding. And they dated in college. They remained friends after the relationship. She went on to get married, and they were just, simply friends. Is it possible? Yes, it is. But is it logical? No, it's not.
Big on is not logical.
The fuck?
Like, what we talking about? I don't know. I think being cordial is one thing. I think maybe like you said, Cass, I think being cordial is one thing. Being BFFs is another. You get me? I think there's a fine line there, and more so than anything else, how I look at it is, how do your significant other feel? How are they gonna feel? You know, and sometimes you can't help but for the run-in to happen, and the run-in don't need to be, first off, you don't need to be doing all this with the negativity. You know, it could be, okay, how you doing? Okay, you good? All right, yeah, I'm just in the area, running around, whatever the case may be. Good seeing you. You know what I mean? 2 up, 2 down. You know, collectors, you know the vibes. I appreciate the bags, beloved. Big energy. Show your social currency by hitting that link up top if you're on Clubhouse, and hit that like button, please, and thank you. Shout out to the Clubhouse. Shout out to YouTube. Viewership, listenership is appreciated. All right. I have a topic that I want to talk about, Allison, if you can change it. Right? And the topic I want to talk about is, let me make sure I get this right. The topic that I want to talk about is, amidst Russell Simmons, Kimora Lee, yesterday being Father's Day. Shout out to all the fathers. The topic that I want to ask you guys is simply, are black men entitled to the soft life as well?
Wake that up.
Are black men entitled to the soft life as well? Hello? I'm sorry, I don't hear nobody off their mic.
I'm here for it.
They are. I think they should be.
Where's the lie?
What does that mean? I'm sorry, soft life. I'm confused.
Wait, who's confused? Because I can break it down. Who's confused?
Don't worry.
Please.
We gonna get straight to it. We gonna, if you come up here on Instagram and you're a troll, you getting smoked. I'm telling you. Don't come up here and you're a troll. We having an honest conversation. Can you hear Instagram? Can you hear it? While this thing like charged a little bit, can you hear it? Instagram. Yeah, can you hear Clubhouse? All right, it's cool. I'm gonna plug y'all back up. We'll figure it out. All right, cool. So this is what we're gonna do. The topic of discussion is can men, black men, are we entitled to the soft life as well? Live on Broadway podcast. Let's play the clip. Let's get to the clip. We got a clip. There's always a clip with us. Let's get to the clip. Oh, man. Okay. Let's see how this thing go. Pause that because it's speeding. Relax. I need everything to be on sync.
Handful of black men on this app talk about living like a soft life and stuff. Realizing that in order to black men, not in a negative connotation, you have to realize.
Let's bring that back to the beginning, please.
Handful of black men on this app talk about living like a soft life and stuff, but I feel like one thing that a lot of them have to realize is that in order to fully be like a soft black man, not in a negative connotation, you have to realize what it was that made you hard and callous in the first place. About 3 months ago, when I finally started talking to my inner child more and being more involved with my inner child, I had to realize what it was that made me callous in the first place and what it was that took me away from that softness and delicateness of simply being a child. The first one being the fact that black men are often hyper-masculinized within the society the same way a lot of young black women and young black girls are hypersexualized at a young age. And I know for myself, being a child who was put into a protector role, although I was the youngest and one of the only boys in my family, that made me grow up a whole lot quicker than a lot of other people around me, especially from the socioeconomic background that I grew up from and the geographic areas that I grew up in regards to the city. So in order to be a soft black man, you first need to realize how the patriarchy harms you, but also the harmful ideals within the black community that are perpetuated onto you. And you have to realize that you cannot pass those on, but instead you have to heal from them. That's soft life.
That's the soft life. Let's talk about it. Can black men are we entitled to the soft life as well? D, I'm gonna start with you, King. Don't run now. Find your mic, get your life.
Step outside when it's time to step into the arena.
Say that again,
Yeah,
D.
I think so. I said I got to step outside to step into the arena. So what I'm saying, my version of soft life is, you provide during hard times. Black men provide. Hard men provide a soft life. So I think once that's reciprocated and that's out the way, the reciprocation, the wraparound should be all right. So now I get to enjoy the fruits of my labor, right? I think it can't be a one-way street. You got to go both ways, but we'll lead the way. We'll make sure the road is clear, stop traffic and all that. Throw our coat down, of course, so her feet don't get wet walking through the puddle. But hold the umbrella though. Hold the umbrella. Farnswell Bentley or whatever that dude's name is. Like, open my door when I open your door and I go get in my car to open the door. Like, just press the lock up at least. If you ain't gonna reach over and push it open.
So how many? Hold on, guys. How many times have you had the soft? How many times have you taken your jacket off and thrown it on a puddle? You lost me there.
I've seen that on cartoons and shit. I don't know if that shit really works. I would assume the foot and the jacket's gonna get wet and throw the whole jacket away. But I'm just saying the analogy of it is cute, right?
It is. I'm jacking what you're saying. I'm rolling.
I mean, women been watching these fantasy stories since they've been kids. We could live our best fantasy life in our heads. That's what I think it looks like. But no, I just think that we when you're doing the right thing, and this is what I'm learning now. When you're doing the right thing and you're with the right person, your person is right. All of this talking about the soft life, it don't have to be a conversation. It's just they know how to send that energy back. They already know what you provided and what you are willing to provide. So they're gonna make whatever might be hard just a little softer. So it's not like I'm walking around, everything's all plushy now. But I'm just saying the things that you can make soft, i.e., some breakfast in bed, or I don't know, whatever. You name it, whatever y'all fill in the blank. That's what I want. I want it all. You deserve it all, bro.
Somebody was about to talk before D had tapped in. Who was that?
I hope it wasn't a hating ass woman.
Oh man, let me get it. Cass, can black men be entitled to the soft life as well?
Hold on, let me answer that. It depends on what they consider the definition to be soft. Because, to be honest with you, men and women have both masculine and soft, feminine attributes within them. So you would just have to know when it's time to bring it out. But yeah, men are entitled to be in their femininity, they soft life. Like, it's okay. A woman can cater to her man, do his feet, run his bath water. It's all that's okay, as long as the energy is being reciprocated. She go to work, he get home first, he make the meal, vice versa. She get home first, she make the meal. Like, it depends on what you want in your relationship. And I think men are entitled to be soft. Like, okay, it's okay.
Cool. Have a general understanding? Fine. I got it from here, yay, damn. Let's be clear on something. I'm not making the damn thing. When I come home, women have my food on the table. Okay? What we talking about? I'm not playing those reindeer games. When I come home, if my food ain't ready, if my slipper's not at the door, if that locking being pushed up when I walk around from opening the door for you, no, I'm the soup Nazi. No soup for you. No soft life for you. Hello? We need to start banding together as men and start realizing that we need the soft life. No soft life for you if I don't get no soft life. Hello? It's not Naisha. Don't be coming up here with this pen, with this emoji crap.
What you just say, Way?
Huh? What's up, collectors?
You don't get what you
yes.
You don't get what you want. you get what you negotiate and what you sign for.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
I was thinking, I'm like the whole time you're talking and all that, I'm like, what's the soft life? So I'm understanding what y'all saying. Like,
so the soft life.
I only deal with the soft life.
So the soft life, to be clear, is somebody who's making your life less chaotic, more peaceful.
Yes.
They're rising to the occasion to make your life proceed with more ease. Hello? There's a lot of you. Let's be clear for a second out there. There's a lot of you guys that can't get the soft life because y'all not offering it. Y'all don't know what soft is. Y'all still living, eating Franks and beans and got roaches crawling in. I thought we did that in the 80s. Everything about your existence is hard. We had a conversation earlier off mic. We was talking about parenting and single mothers and single fathers and not being married and all this other stuff. All you know is hard. We got to step away from those attributes of just having to be hard all the time. And respectfully, I get it. You guys are following Ali. Yes, sometimes we drop the ball. I admit it. Right? I shouldn't have did it. R. Kelly, right? I admit it. I shouldn't have did it. But what I'm saying is to the extent of what about those that are so conditioned, right? Because we spoke earlier and I said on pod some time ago, about a man could be a different man for a different woman and vice versa. But at what point do we start saying, all right, cool, no matter where you go, there you are. Just because I was like this over here and this woman provided me and made me live a hard life, now I come over here and give this woman a hard life? No, this is what the piece, the break in between is about, right? Being able to find your inner softness. But I'm going to yield because I don't want you guys to tap in with me. How do you guys feel? Are men able to live a soft? Are we entitled to a soft life as well? I'm going to play this clip one more time and maybe you guys will hear it a little bit different now. Live on Broadway podcast. Let's talk about it.
Handful of black men on this app talk about living like a soft life and stuff, but I feel like one thing that a lot of them have to realize is that in order to fully be like a soft black man, not in a negative connotation, you have to realize what it was that made you hard and callous in the first place. About 3 months ago, when I finally started talking to my inner child more and being more involved with my inner child, I had to realize what it was that made me callous in the first place and what it was that took me away from that softness and delicateness of simply being a child. The first one being the fact that black men are often hypermasculinized within the society the same way a lot of young black women and young black girls are hypersexualized at a young age. And I know for myself, being a child who was put into a protector role, although I was the youngest and one of the only boys in my family, that made me grow up a whole lot quicker than a lot of other people around me, especially from the socioeconomic background that I grew up from and the geographic areas that I grew up in regards to the city. So in order to be a soft black man, you first need to realize how the patriarchy harms you, but also the harmful ideals within the black community that perpetuated onto you. And you have to realize that you cannot pass those on, but instead you have to heal from them. That's soft life.
That's the soft life. That's the soft life. Tap in. Talk to me one time, Giants. How you guys feel? Welcome, Kay. What's happening? Luna? Don't be sitting up here. What happened? Oh, y'all ain't got nothing to say. But if this was the conversation about, let me see. Lisa, do you have a man? Let me get in y'all business. Watch this. Lisa, you got a man?
There's somebody else that's talking, bro.
Lundria, you got a man?
Yes, I do.
Was his food prepared when he walked in that damn house today?
I cook every day.
You providing a soft life for that man. Luna, no, Penny, do you have a man, Penny?
I'm single.
Oh, shit. When was the last time you had a man?
2020.
Don't tell us you left him in El Segundo, neither. 2020. Did you make sure he had the food on the table, his slippers by the door, the phone waiting for his hand so he could be on Instagram as he's getting ready to take a shower?
At times,
At times.
Not all the time. But I want to say this. I just feel like women can't
Naisha,
have
we don't,
nothing, like,
Penny, we don't want to hear what you got to say, woman. We want to know, are you providing a soft life for men?
Really?
Yes.
Soft life is not for men. That's for women. It's not for men. Now, I can provide comfort for a man, but soft life is not for men.
Get her out of here. Let's go, Giants. They pushed her down. Let's go. We not playing. We not. Thank you, collectors. Thank you. Get her out of here. What's happening? Together we will revolt against the system. And yes, don't come up here with your toxic ways with the words. And I can provide comfort. No, we don't want comfort. We want soft. If you want it, we want it. And that's the bag we really need to start getting into, Cass. If you really want to talk about it, you want it, we want it. Yeah, you want to come down the aisle and you want 2 rings. I want two rings too. Cash, Cash, did you kick collectors off? What's happening? Okay, I'm watching you now. I'm watching you. Listen, you want a train on the back of your dress? I want to wear a tuxedo with a train on the back of mine. Hello? Soft life is up. I want a train too, Kay. Oh, you got a flower, girl? Heard you, sis. You know what I want? Penny for your thought, nickel for your time. Y'all know what I want? You want a flower, girl. You know what I want? I want a flower star tender. Hello? What we talking about? I want a star tender. Yes, come down popping that thing on everybody. Yes, we lit. We outside with it. We jumping. It's happening. Wedding is up. Make sure I got to watch my back. Make sure that door don't fly off. Babe? Babe, where you at, babe? Andy, are you okay?
Hey, yo.
Are you okay, Andy?
Hey, yo, I'm getting pushed back at my back channels. I need Kay to come off her mic because she came in the room smoking. What happened, Kay?
Hold on, my lady just came in. Babe, where my food at? Where my slippers? I'm talking to you.
But no, hold on, Broadway. You got to give the prerequisite to the soft life that we want. It's not one that you have to demand and do a bunch of hoop and hollering on Clubhouse about. It's really just a woman just recognizing that you did everything you did so she was good, so she doesn't just make sure you good.
I love you.
So you ain't forcing nobody to do nothing. So
Right, and also you gotta lead with your love language, and if you leading with your love language, it's acts of kindness. You're gonna get that back. Also, one thing a pastor did say, she said, women, we cater to our children when we supposed to cater to our men.
Hello.
Our husband or our boyfriend will drop something on the floor and we'll get upset with him and say, pick that up. Where when our kid do it, we'll say, oh, let mommy help you. When it's supposed to be the other way around. You're supposed to make your child pick that up and help your spouse.
Talk about it. Talk about it, Cass.
I've been picking up stuff for 48 years, right? I have a break.
So, hey, listen. There's a lot of women out here that's not providing a man with a soft life. Soon as he comes home from a long day of work, it's a whole bunch of cackling.
And they wonder why them contracts be null and void. They be getting clipped, like, in 6 months in, like, because you're not doing your part. Just being cute and pulling up with your skirt on that's not good enough anymore, ladies.
Soft life gang. Yo, I had a soft life weekend.
Let's talk about your soft life weekend, King. Go ahead, beloved. Floor's on you, King.
Soft life gang gonna talk this shit.
Yeah.
It's only soft life gang over here. You know why, King?
Why?
If I deal with you on that level, you queened up. So you live in that soft life. That's first of all. But soft life gang weekend. Went, got a massage. Queen couldn't come with me, but what the queen say? I can't come with you. This for you. This for you. You go. Oh man. Unreal.
She wasn't thirsty. She didn't think Another woman would be on your body. She done sent you to go get a massage, King.
Booked and
Collector,
cooked
I got
already
purple
for you.
roses, Collector.
Yeah,
I got purple
soft
roses.
life,
Oh,
he
you got
soft
purple
life gang.
roses.
He soft life gang, way. We out here.
And breakfast. And
That's
breakfast.
what I'm saying.
Let's
King.
go. And you got breakfast, King.
Pancakes, my favorite.
And you got
Pay attention to
breakfast.
details.
Yeah, I went to my favorite restaurant. He's soft life.
Oh,
gang. I went to my
Collector, you
favorite
went to your
restaurant,
favorite
too.
restaurant.
Well,
You
one of
got
my
pink
favorite
purple
restaurants,
roses.
yeah.
Oh my God, y'all up.
Yeah. Soft life gang. They out here. These queens is out here. But you have to actually not accept what you don't want. And that's on both sides of life. That's on all sides of life. If you don't want something, don't accept it. Move on and wait till you run into it. When you run into it, appreciate it.
That's it, and that's all. That's it, and that's all.
So how do you appreciate a soft life?
You reciprocate it and you return it. The same way she making your life easier, you make her life easier.
Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. What happened? Perfect answer. Spoken like somebody that's a part of the soft life.
She got what she was supposed to get. Not what I wanted to give her, what she was supposed to get. It's a difference.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Soft life, Trey.
Soft life. Yeah.
I think the pushback or the confusion in some of these women's heads right now is like they feel like, oh, a man shouldn't want this, or a man shouldn't.
No,
blah,
not
blah,
some
blah.
women. No, not some women. Penny thinks that. Hello? I told you, leave me alone publicly. I'm dragging everybody in it with me. Penny thinks that.
The other women think that too. They just ain't saying it. Soft life is not for men. Now, taking care of your man is one thing, but niggas want to be.
Sorry, Penny, we can't hear you. Your phone is choppy. Somebody, hello? Can somebody else start speaking? Perspective, Penny. No, I am Pinky. Go for it, I am Pinky. Somebody bring Penny back up here.
So this is what I'll say. Men and women deserve the soft life. Absolutely. A man deserves to be treated accordingly. If you have a man that's paying the bills, taking care of everything, why not? I'm taking my man out on dates. He should not have to just simply be the only person paying for a date. I'm planning trips. Baby, come on. Don't bring no clothes. Let's get on this flight and let's get out of here, and I got everything covered from there. You get what you put in. If you're not putting in nothing, why would you expect to get something?
Hey,
and I'll land it right
talk
there,
about
I
it.
can keep going.
And what are they doing with all the money that they're not spending? They gotta be saving it up for a rainy day for a soft life. That's what I'm thinking it's for.
Exactly.
And that's bull. That's bull. Like I don't believe it. Like me, I'm different. I'm old school. I might be older than you all. I'm not really sure. It sounds like a very mature group, but I'm 40, so I'm like pretty old school. I just don't believe in, men just have to do everything by themselves. That's that new modern way of thinking. It shouldn't be like that. I mean, if I see something that I be in the store, if I see something, I'm like, oh, my man gonna look good in that, I'm getting it. I'm going to get it because I think of him on a daily basis. I think of him when I see things, and I might say, oh, that'll look nice on him. Yes, a man deserves a soft life. Absolutely. But I'm going to link something to that phrase. A man deserves a soft life. A man who finds a wife finds a good thing.
Yes,
and
yes, honey. Yes, honey.
Very, very
yes.
true. Women who believe their men don't deserve the soft life. Number one, you ain't gonna make a good wife, and if you do get married, the marriage ain't gonna last long. So some people need to actually think before they speak, and I landed there.
You sounding like your age right now. This is what I'm talking about. It's a 40 and above crew. This is what we know. When you get to that stage of life, you know that you can't just be playing those games.
Those reindeer games.
You gotta grow it up. But she just said a lot of real things that I know is true. Because from what I be hearing, women be doing the most for dudes that do the less anyway. So you trying to tell me if a dude does the most that he can't get something? Something? You hear the
Wake that up. Wake that all the way up. No response? Lisi, do you believe black men should be entitled to the soft life?
Most definitely.
Applaud that,
Black
queen.
men,
We
black
listening.
men especially, as much as y'all go through, let me say this, right? As long as you are most definitely handling business, you most definitely deserve the soft life. Because it's hard out there.
Yes.
And there's no reason why you should have to come home and it still be hard at home.
Hard at home. Make that make sense. Make that make sense.
I just want to add, because I was reading some of the comments Miss Penny has put. You know, the mindset is a terrible thing to waste. It's so sad that women, and I don't want to just say black women, because many different women refer to themselves as bad bitches. And excuse my language, I know the fact that she even made the comment and put those words in the comment, for me, it just truly shows me where her mindset is. And that ain't even a level. I'm so far away from that type of level of thinking. That's the modern way of thinking. You know, these video vixen, rapper girls, that's their terminology. That's their vocabulary.
Right.
And if that's what you bring into this topic of conversation, she really should exit, because we on a whole different wavelength in this conversation. So I just wanted to put that out there. And
Don't address me, though. Don't address
to
me.
a black man as a nigga, oh, baby, look, you know, you got a lot to learn, seriously, because
Sweetheart,
I
don't
doubt
address
if
me.
any of the women that is in this space right now, I doubt if any of these women are looking for a nigga, because I know I'm not. I'm looking for a man, a strong black man. So I just wanted to put that out there.
Well, let's go to the group chat. Let's keep it all on the same platform so we can see what she said too. She said taking care of your man is one thing, but providing a man a soft life, like, damn, we can't have nothing. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, no, and I'm in my 30s and I think like this. So I don't know what it is with certain people. I'm gonna just put it out there. It's a city girl mentality to think that these men don't want a soft life.
No matter where you go, there you are.
Wait, I'm confused, because, I mean, ain't city girls still getting wiped up, men dating, relationships? Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, you get what you choose, both people. And at the end of the day, if you're asking yourself, do you deserve a soft life? I think the question should really be, am I operating in my being as being deserving of that? Or am I being a projection of that? It seems like every lady put pre-qualifiers to what that actually means, you know, as far as them actually giving from a reciprocity place. But if you don't meet those qualifications, then you're not going to get that reciprocated. So if you're projecting behind closed doors, you know what I'm saying? If you're projecting in the real world, but then I see you every day and the shit don't line up, then you're asking me to give you something that you don't even think you deserve yourself.
Right.
So it's like, are we really, you know, of course, I am 100% down with the reciprocity. If two people are doing that, then cool. But when you get in a relationship with someone, you see them every single day. You don't see the podcast version of them. You don't see the app version of them. You don't see the coworker version of them. You see them every single day. So if you out here talking about, I deserve this, I deserve that, but you don't come home and really put in the work, what are you asking of me then?
I'm just saying. I think that it's a reciprocity piece, right? To your point, Luna, right? If we're talking about having and living a soft life, it's not a one-way street. Who said that? Where did that come from? It's not a one-way street, right? Oh, you want this? Oh, I want it too. All right, because that keeps you sharp. That keeps the equality of things, right? Sure. So yes, some women want the soft life, but they aren't able to provide it. Some men want the soft life too. Let's wake that up, Broadway. Some men want the soft life, but they can't provide that neither. What up, Cass?
See, like men, they have feminine, like I said before, feminine ways, right? As
Sure.
well as women, and masculine. If, as a woman, you feel like your man is being too feminine, you have to stand in your femininity in order for you to receive his masculinity. You get what I'm saying? So it's a balance, and you got to understand the balance, and you got to understand your roles. And if you don't understand your roles and you don't project that, you won't get that. So a lot of people, they have to do the healing, they have to do the work. And then once you do that, then you'll be okay to say, okay, it's all right for me to allow my man to be in his femininity, because I want to do that, because I feel like he deserves that. And when women don't want to do it, it's because they feel like the man don't deserve it. A lot of women is going to be submissive, and when you're submissive, you allow him to be feminine plus masculine at the same time.
And also for the men that's listening to our listenership, right? Our listeners, being feminine is not a weak quality, right? Being feminine is not being weak, right? It's not synonymous with one or the other. It's not synonymous with being weak. What I'm saying is being feminine actually allows you to tap into another side of you that, like women, when they become more masculine, right? It's not a something you're saying by way of, oh, you feminine, oh, you weak, oh, you less than, right? Now, I'm not necessarily saying that we walk around calling each other feminine, right? But what I am saying is that I keep listening to what you were saying, Cass, and I don't think that there should be a negative connotation with men being resting in their feminine energy, but easier for that. But because you get what I'm saying? What up, honey love? The point that I'm trying to say is that men, we want to be able to relish in some of the things that we provide for you guys. And if we're providing you guys a soft life, it may look different from what you guys are providing us, but it's still equally considered a soft life. You guys are making it peaceful at home for us. You guys are turning our house into a home. You guys are taking and turning our semen into a child. You guys are taking and turning our food into a meal. You guys are taking and turning our life into a paradise. You guys consistently multiply. So you guys are providing us a soft life. Right? When it's done with tact, when it's done with love, compassion, and respect, you guys are providing us a soft life. So going back to the original question, are black men entitled to the soft life? I would say yes. And anybody that says that we aren't, I would look at you like a dog does when they're confused. Huh? I yield though. Mr. DWI, you checking the time. What time is it? It's up.
It's soft life time. Yeah, that's exactly what time it is. But I don't like.
I like that energy. I like that energy. Soft life.
So yeah, I don't like the fact that it could be Father's Day. It could be whatever it is. It could be Good Man's Day, and they'll find a way to make a problem and start trauma bonding with the choices that they chose. Like, don't be mad at us, not the guys that you definitely would look at and be like, you deserve it. But now we talking about it, and it's like, why y'all talking about it? Like, you know why we talking about it? Because we want something. We leaving here with something. That's all I'm saying.
The worst part to it all is those that think that we aren't entitled to it, or they want to dress it up and call it something different other than what it actually is. Why?
You know, bro, this actually made me think of the Chinese thing, the yin and the yang.
Yes,
and I was reading up on it because I know about it, but I guess I don't know the philosophy and what it means, but it's just about balance, fire and water, light and dark. They have all these things, woman and man, and I think what makes it great is the balance. So if we give the woman a soft life, why shouldn't we expect the same in return?
David, the last time.
Dave,
Go ahead. No. You go.
No. I was about to say, we need to get David on that type of time too. But David, you know, he's in training. He's in soft life training right now.
Soft life training. I'm here for it. I'm here for it, beloved. Yeah. D gonna show you. Collector's gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. We ain't gonna get you.
That's why I've been mentoring him. That's why I've been hanging out with him. I'm about to go check him right now. A little bit at a time. He's in his 40s now, so it's that time.
Yeah,
I just think this again. It's all about reciprocation, whatever we do. And if we talking about we doing everything that our woman wants, and they got no complaints, then can we get can we get 2 pillows? And you like, you know what I mean? Bring me a cup of water, something like. Y'all acting like we need to work and like shut up and dribble the basketball. That's how some women be acting like, and then they wonder why these dudes is walking around all crazy out here.
I'll be the first of the Soft Life Institute.
You what you said, Dave?
The Soft Life Institute with you, Broadway, and DWI at the helm. That's something that I think you could do. Like
SLI. Thank you. SLI.
We do a video training. You got to get a video training, and people will sign up in droves. I think more men need the Soft Life training.
Soft Life Institute.
I agree.
Soft Life Institution. Soft Life Institution.
So the first time that I opened the door for a young lady when I how many cars ago, and like she reached over and like opened the door, I was like, what's that? What was that move? And ever since then, I was like, oh, well, that's dope. That's the reciprocation. I opened her door, and the least that you could do is make sure that I ain't got to fumble around with the key to get in the damn car. I just let you in.
Right.
Open the door. You inside already. Push the damn button up. So do something. It's cold outside.
That's it.
That used to be a standard. That used to be like a standard.
Exactly. So what happened to that?
A tree grows in Brooklyn. Like, everybody knew that. Like, if she didn't reach over and open that door for you, then throw the whole date in the trash.
Yeah,
like,
no happen. Like, by the time you get in the car nowadays, either the door already open, or you can just hit a button on the key fob and open it yourself. Like, I mean, it's
not that damn Tesla. That Tesla, you gotta tussle with it to get back.
Back. You gotta open the passenger door, the other side door for the person getting in. If it's a Tesla, come on.
Yeah. Like, so it's one of those things where, like, some things are evolving, with time, and everybody's adapting and growing to some things, and that's just, the way it is. It's like trying to compare what was to what is as a form of making that a solution to go back to. It's like, really, are we trying to put ourselves in a situation where we're going backwards, or are we saying this is a situation that we can use as a point of reference to try to figure out how we can, from a solution standpoint, in the now, make it better?
Is that
I think it's the solution.
Like Right Luna? Sound like Right Luna? Is that who that is?
You know that's who it is. I'm glad you recognize the voice of power.
All I'm saying is I tell my lady, don't meet me in the kitchen, beat me in the kitchen. Hello? Soft life. Not playing.
My question is, right, because we also have other old school saying, right, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that was something that was not broken, but we just kind of from it.
What do you do in a scenario if you only have one pillow? Who gets it, the man or the woman?
If you want your queen to be
comfortable, we need
to
to go buy some more pillows.
No, if you want your queen to be comfortable, then you give her the pillow. I got it, baby. I'll take my wife beater. I'll take my wife beater off, roll it up, and sleep on that. Huh? Soft life, baby. You need this pillow. You need your head to be in the game tomorrow. It's an excuse. It's an excuse that I can give to say my head wasn't in it, But I'll be damned if you gotta make that same excuse to say yours wasn't in it. Soft life, baby. Here, come have this. What's the name of my pillows? What's the name of our pillows?
Hey Dave, didn't I say that today? Didn't I say that? You gotta walk so she can run, Dave.
Heirloom.
That's it.
Have these heirloom pillows, baby. These soft heirloom, adjusted to your head size pillows, baby. You can have these. Yeah.
But real soft life is me taking you to the store so we can buy you some more pillows because it's ridiculous that you only have one pillow on your bed, sir.
Thank you, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Take me to the store, buy me some new pillows. But before we get to the store, I'm gonna make sure this memory foam on these $500 pillows, you can have those. You can have it, baby. I need you I need you to bask in all this, rest in all this. Because God forbid this thing don't work out and you got to go lay on one of them Dollar Tree pillows. You got to go sleep on one of those hard Dollar Tree pillows that homie providing you after me. Then you know the jukes is up. You know what it is. You get what I'm saying? So, yes, baby, come get all of this soft life in soft pillows. In soft perspectives, in soft podcasts. Hello? I'm telling you, if something come flying out of this room and it hit me, I'm pressing charges. Babe, I love you. I'm pressing charges.
I like that, bro. So if I only got one pillow, she can have it for 4 days, but I would like it for the other 3.
No, Dave, no. We gotta put you in training because that's not the way it go. No, Dave. It don't go that way, Dave. You don't know. She gets
You go get an old hoodie,
yeah.
you ball it up, and you put it on your head until you go to the store.
Yeah, she got all rights to the pillows.
Or you give it to her the 7 days, and on the 6th day, she's gonna, her woman intuition is gonna tap in like Spider-Man's tingle, and she's gonna be like, you know what? You gave me the pillow for 6 days. Let's go to Macy's. I got this. Because women can't just let shit go. They gotta fix shit. You know what? You ain't gonna figure it out. I got you. And we let them live. Let them do what they do.
Exactly why the first day I come over and see that you only have one pillow, we're not even going to sleep yet. Hopefully it's early today that we can go to the school.
Is there a Walmart open?
Including a 24-hour Walmart on dogs, because at least we need at least body pillows and all. Like, come on, I'm gonna introduce you to the soft life, babe. Come on.
Yes. They hate. Collector said they hating on SLI. Soft Life Institution. Keep crushing the room. Yes, talk about it, collectors. Big energy on the SLI gang. You get what I'm saying? Big energy, SLI gang. Lisa, you
because the truth be told is that everybody can't be in this gang now. You have to have done some things, some prerequisites have to happen first before you get in here. So fellas that's listening on this podcast, don't think you could just start championing the SLI. Nah, you gotta get jumped in. You gotta get jumped in. You gotta take care of that queen till she decides you deserve the soft life. That's all we talking about. We just talking about.
I love that. The women get to make the decision
definitely decides.
Y'all decide if we deserve the soft life. Y'all decide that. That's not a us thing.
They're providing the soft life. Men can't provide. A real man can't provide. Like we can provide a soft. We don't know how to do it for ourselves. Women have to
provide.
Come on now.
D, correct me if I'm wrong. D and Broadway, are you saying there's too many men that are entitled? They think that they just deserve the soft life. You say
they're doing the half. They expecting less. They expecting more for less, and they don't work like that.
Shout out to that point of view. Y'all ladies decide if we are okay to have worthy to receive the soft life. Listen, y'all need to make an event right and host this at Vanilla Sky. Oh my God.
I got my ticket already.
Can a man and woman both have the soft life? Yes, absolutely. Of course. Unequivocally.
It look a little like 60-40, maybe 80-20, maybe 70-30, it looked like, the woman's side. But we'll take that little bit, that little part of the pillow where you just like slide over and just let us get the little corner. I'll take that.
That's it. That's it. I need you to sleep well. I need you to sleep
The
well.
spokesman has spoke. He has let y'all know what SLI is about and what's accepting of it.
Now, don't go run with it on the internet after y'all see this podcast and try to flip it and bounce like the rest of these podcasts. We giving the props to the woman. They are the gatekeepers of the soft life. Yes. We're just saying that we feel like we're worthy, and our women will co-sign that.
Yes.
I know mine would.
Yes.
I say straight up and down. I need my man
outside on the grass the other day, and I was like, "Oh, this is the life right here."
My God,
I had women walking around that I wasn't worried about.
Yeah, because when she provides the soft life, we bask in the soft life because she feels as though we're worthy of it. And it's actually the opposite as well. We're the keepers of their soft life. We feel as though you're worthy of it, but you just can't be. Anyway, listen, we could do this all night.
The rest of these bozos ain't gonna provide. My bad.
Nah, you good. They certainly not though, King. Live on Broadway podcast. Y'all know the vibe. We started with Russell Simmons. Final thoughts on. We're gonna start with Allison. Allison, final thoughts, Queen. Final thoughts. Russell Simmons, soft life. Have at it.
Energy is transferable. If he gives it, I give it back.
Energy is transferable. Okay, DWI Music. Final thoughts, King.
If it happened outside, we staying outside.
Wake that up. Wake that up. All right, Lisi, final thoughts, Queen.
You bring our private stuff into the public forum, and we're done. You ain't getting no soft life. You don't deserve none of that. But as long as you keep us the way we supposed to be, soft life all day, baby.
Wake that up. Wake that up. Wake that up. David, final thoughts on you, King.
Defend your honor, do things with integrity, character, and class. And as far as this soft life stuff, I believe in balance, and I like that we give women the authority and let them deem us worthy of giving us a soft life. But I do believe in balance. But the women work hard; they give life. You know, we give life too, but they actually give birth.
Dave, respectfully, I'm gonna mute you because you wasn't saying none of that a second ago. I don't know what got you changing the temperature. Before you was like you demanding the soft life. You came in hot. What happened, Dave? You came in hot.
Downstairs. You see me downstairs at the front door.
Man, a second ago, you was like, you part of the SLI, Soft Life Institution. And if yours not if yours not giving you the soft life, then it's up for her. Why are you talking about this equality? Dave, listen. We got listen, you're gonna sit right there next to down there with your people. Okay? Listen, I am Pinky. Tap in with us. How you feel, Queen?
You threw the whole Dave away, huh?
Throw the whole Dave down. Because he's capping now. Dave, Dave is all love, Pinky. What's happening with you? Final thoughts, Queen?
So what I'll say is you take our personal business public, you've pretty much showed me what your loyalty is to me. And for that reason, you got to go.
Wake that up.
And what I'll say in reference to the soft life, yes, a man deserves a soft life. I'm all for it. It's an equal playing field, around here where I'm at. So, yeah.
I love it. Mr. Diggum, one time. Final thoughts on you, King. All right, we saved the best for second last. Benoit, final thoughts on you, Quay, because I know you got a one-liner for us. Don't even say it, because you can't even get it out.
Have a blessed night.
Have a blessed night. Right. She can't even get it out. Shout out to Benoit. Collectors, what up, though, King? You know we're going to save the best for last. What's the word? Final thoughts, King?
Doing family business in private. Family issues in private. Any business issues in public. And you know what I'm claiming, baby. SLI to the sky. Anything else could die.
Big energy, SLI gang. You hear me? Soft Life Institution has now commenced. Listen, man. Whatever's going on, Russell, can y'all take us out the group chat? We got to do better as a people. This is not a reality show. These are my final thoughts. I don't know all of what's going on. I don't really care to know. I just know and ask that we do better and move better as a culture, because if we play with ourselves and our lives like this, I can only imagine people that are neighboring our culture, they feel as though they can play with us too. You get what I'm saying? So we got to do better and move as one and understand that, hey, listen, whatever happens in public, whatever happened public, don't mean I got to retaliate publicly. You get what I'm saying? And this is just being mature about the whole situation. But now, you can't tell somebody how to respond and how to react once you draw first blood. So even though it would be nice of them and even wise of them to not respond publicly, you can't really get to make too many decisions on that bottom line. You get what I mean? In regards to soft life, I feel as though men or women, we all want the same thing. It's just going to look a little bit different. Men, yes, we want the soft life too. But I like how D and my guy Collectors woke it up. You guys are the gatekeepers on, are we worthy for the soft life? Baby, am I worthy of the soft life? Damn straight. You get what I'm saying? So it's the reciprocity piece. And if we're not giving it, then we shouldn't expect it. If we're giving it, then we should expect it because we're giving it. You get what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody far and near, Live on Broadway podcast. Shout out to my YouTube viewership. Shout out to everybody that's watching us on YouTube. Shout out to Terica. Shout out to Lolo. Shout out, and shout out. I appreciate everybody tapping in with us. Episode 612. Later on this month, we're going to be doing a few dope and new things. And tap in with us. Y'all know my vibe. Tap in with Vanilla Skies. You guys want to know what's happening? Throw your next event. If you're in the New York tri-state area, tap in with Vanilla Skies and get acclimated to what's happening. You get what I'm saying? We just did an amazing deal with Fox Television, 20th Century Fox. So shout out to us for that. You get what I'm saying? Building and there shall come. It feels good to be on the right side of the rope and have your hard work be acknowledged, and that reciprocity don't come easy. You get what I'm saying? Tap in with us, Live on Broadway podcast. Y'all know my vibe. Y'all know my body. It's cheaper to be yourself. Be giant. Pooh!
SL Live for life.
Clear. SL Live for life.
Do you have relationship questions you need answered? With spicy topics? DM us at Live on Broadway podcast. Have music, products, or an ad you want us to run? Email us at Live on Broadway podcast. Be sure to tap in. Mondays, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Live on IM_Broadway's Instagram. Clear.